Hi, Farmer Maggie here. Today I'm going to show you how you can grow your own mushrooms to eat at home within a few weeks. This kind of mushroom is called an oyster mushroom because it kind of looks like an oyster shell. So growing mushrooms is different from growing plants because mushrooms are decomposers, which means they get their growing energy from breaking things down instead of from sunlight like plants do. They taste delicious when you cook them, and you only need a few things to make them grow, so it's worth the effort. Let's think about the kind of conditions that wild mushrooms normally grow in. Damp, wet, shady, right? Underneath trees where they have lots of dead leaves and branches to feed on. To grow mushrooms to eat at home, we're going to have to recreate those kind of conditions to make them feel like they're at home. So we're going to grow oyster mushrooms, and you will need a plastic container or bag like this one, isopropyl alcohol, also known as rubbing alcohol, to clean and disinfect your container so that it's clean when you start. You'll need some clean cardboard, like from a box like this, and some oyster mushroom spawn, which you can buy online. For this video, I chose to focus on oyster mushrooms because they're really easy for beginners to grow and they're nutritious and tasty. So if you got a mushroom kit, the container that you got is already cleaned. So all you'll need is the cardboard and the mushroom spawn in the baggie. The first step is to wash your hands and the container really well. Mushrooms are very sensitive to germs and mold, so you'll need to use rubbing alcohol to make sure you get your container extra clean. Once you've got a lot of cardboard pieces that are going to fit inside your container, you should put them inside and fill the container all the way up with water to soak them. Let the paper soak for at least 2 hours, and it has to be very wet. After it's soaked all the way through, pour out all the extra water and put the cardboard to the side. With clean hands, start layering the cardboard into the container a few pieces at a time. Then break apart the mushroom spawn and sprinkle it on. Then make another cardboard layer and then more mushroom spawn, and repeat until your container is about half full. Now close the lid on the container, or if it's a bag, tie it shut. This will create a damp environment. Now we watch and wait as the mushroom spawn grow these white roots called mycelium, which will slowly take over the container over the next few weeks. During this time, you should put it somewhere without a lot of light, like a room inside your house or a closet, and check back every few days to see how the mycelium are growing, but don't open it yet. So this is my container that I've had in the closet for about a month. You'll know it's time to do the next step after a few weeks when the mycelium have covered all of the cardboard inside the container. And when you look through the edges, it looks white like this one. With an adult's help, cut about 4 to 6 holes on the sides of your container on the edges. Now you can give your container some more water just to make sure that it's wet enough for the mushrooms to start growing. Now you can put your container with the lid on in a slightly brighter place, like a room with windows. And after a few weeks, the mushrooms are going to start growing out of the holes that you made, like this. Make sure to check it every few days at least to see if there are any baby mushrooms growing. The baby mushrooms are very small and they're called pins. Also, when you check on it, make sure that it looks very wet so that it doesn't dry out, because that's gonna help the mushrooms grow. After a few weeks of this, your mushrooms should start sprouting. Pick them when they start to get big like this. A few inches across is the best time. They will be super delicious fresh, so make sure you cook them and eat them right away or within about a day. I hope you guys have good luck growing your oyster mushrooms and keep on growing. See you next time.